Hi, this is Sheri Ann Richerson from experimentalhomesteader.com, and many of you have asked me how I care for my orchids and how I have got this one to bloom. Okay, first of all, I am using this particular orchid fertilizer. I'm using a tablespoon per gallon of water. The only reason I am using this one is because I have been unable to find an organic orchid fertilizer. Okay, second of all, you can see a bucket back here. It's kind of messy in there because the particular orchid that I have in there has not completely rooted itself into its bark. The bark is still a little bit dry, and so the bark is raised to the top of the pot, some of it, not all of it. And all I'm going to do when this is done soaking is, I'm going to scrape that bark back into that pot. It's really not a big deal. Okay, this particular orchid is actually starting to grow some new roots, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to get down there to show this to you because I think I have this actually on the wrong side right now. And this orchid has multiple bloom spikes, as you can see, and is blooming like crazy. It was in really bad shape when I got it. I did a root trim, I repotted it, even though it had buds on it, and there you go. Absolutely beautiful. I had really wanted to show you one of the new roots on this orchid. This is a night blooming orchid, and that right there is one of the new roots. This one was in pretty bad shape as well, and I decided to try to rescue it. I had to repot it. I had to cut a lot of the roots off, but I'm seeing new growth, so this is a good thing. This orchid has also required repotting when I got it. As you can see, it is blooming. There are new bloom spikes forming on it right there. So this one's going to be okay as well. It's a matter of keeping up the humidity, trying to keep the bark moist, and doing all of this while this one continues to put out bloom spikes and continues to bloom. It's not an easy task, but it is doable. Soaking these orchids for a half an hour once a week is really making a difference in how they bloom and how well they do. I also keep them in a terrarium, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. This is the terrarium that I'm keeping my orchids in. I have turned this one to the side because I have another bloom spike that I'm sure you can't see. It's way down here. Okay, right there it is. I don't know if you can see that right there sticking out. I can't point to it because I have to hold the phone, but I wanted it to get some light this week, and I felt like the flowers could point away from the light. I have a fogger in here. This is just a pond fogger. I have some Tulsidana. I have some different ferns. There's actually a fern back here as well. I have some carnivorous plants down here. I have a, this is a resurrection plant, and then the black thing that you're seeing over here that's laying down right now, because I've taken the bucket out, which is the stand for this, is a heat mat that I have some brugmansia seedlings on. So again, this is my setup that my orchids are growing in. They seem to really like it. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.